All right, ladies and gentlemen. 3 rounds of action, super bantamweight division. Fighting out of the red corner. She's wearing the black trunks. Oh. She's wearing the black trunks with the red trim. Weighing in at 121 1/2 pounds. She fights for Church Street Boxing Gym with a record of 1 win, 0 losses. From right here in New York City, Andrea Paloian. All right, and fighting out of the blue corner, she's wearing the gold trunks and weighing in at 120 pounds. She represents Chalk Sabai in her debut match from right here in New York City, Andrea Austin.
All right, ladies, we've gone over the rules in the dressing room. Follow them, please. Fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my instruction at all times. Touch them up. Let's go to work.
A 122-pound amateur battle about to commence on Friday Night Fights. Brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. It is Andrea Austin taking on Andrea Paloian in a 3-round amateur Muay Thai fight. Shin pads in play, as you can see. Paloian in the red, Austin in the blue. Paloian 1-0 as an amateur, fighting out of Church Street Boxing in Lower Manhattan. Lands a nice combination on Austin, who represents Chalk Sabai. Again, these 2 schools locking up. Good combination by Paloian, who comes in 1-0. She won her debut against Meg Hall back in March, right here in this very ring at the Broad Street Ballroom.
Tell you, Paloian's got a hard right hand. She looks real calm, and she's just trying to set it up.
Got in the left there as well as the 2 women came together. Smile flash from Andrea Austin. Aria Lagami with Primo Bellarosa from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Punch combination by Andrea Paloian. Pushes Austin back, and a leg kick finishes things off. And Austin loses her footing. Round 1 of a scheduled 3 here. Amateur Muay Thai rules in effect, no elbows, of course.
Nice hook. She keeps landing that, we're gonna see a knockdown. Tell you, Paloian does not seem to be affected by any of the kicks that Austin is throwing.
Straight right hand followed by a 3-punch combination for Andrea Paloian. Wearing the black trunks with the red trim. Andrea Austin wearing the gold trunks and the blue shin pads, fighting out of Chalk Sabai. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Paloian stalking Austin in the center of the ring. Austin trying to hang on for the clinch, and there is the bell to end round number 1.
I don't think Paloian threw 1 kick that whole round. She just walked Austin down and continued to throw hard punches.
Plenty of damage done by Andrea Paloian, the Huntington, New York native, now fighting out of New York City under Chris Kwiatkowski, who you see right there, barking instructions. Naomi Cookson also in the corner of Paloian this evening. Cookson, a member of the Physical Cultural Collective in Brooklyn, the home of Diamond Hearts Muay Thai, where our good friend Gavin Van Vlack resides, with Naomi lending a hand in Paloian's corner this evening. On Friday Night Fights, again, Aria Lagami ringside with Primo Bellarosa, the legendary trainer and coach, celebrating his birthday this evening, joining us at the broadcast table for the first time. Doing a great job as we watch a pair of amateurs lock up. Andrea Austin making her debut. 34 years old, out of Washington, D.C. originally. Now calls New York City home. Austin goes by Dre for short. Trying to do Natalie Foos and company proud in her amateur debut. Round 2 underway here.
Yeah, Paloian's back to hunting with that right hand now. You can see she's looking for a home.
Again, these two women lock up. Now back towards the corner. Paloian trying to muscle Austin in. And Paloian actually the shorter of the two fighters. Paloian's 5'3", Austin is 5'5". It's been Paloian coming forward and initiating clinches thus far. Joel Becker assists with the wardrobe malfunction there. Andrea Austin. Her straight right lands for Austin, maybe her best punch of the fight so far. And
Austin's staying very active, Austin is, but it's just not having that much of an effect.
No knockdown there. Andrea just lost her footing while backpedaling. And you're right, Paloian's been walking through the shots thus far, Primo. Left hand staggered Austin for a moment. Paloian bobbing and weaving, a little redness around Paloian's left eye, but undeterred, she continues coming forward on Austin.
And she just waded in with a cross hook cross. No care at all. Nice check though. For the lack of kicks that Paloian is throwing, she's actually defending the low kicks really well.
And Paloian looking to move to 2-0 as an amateur. Andrea Austin in the gold Choksabai trunks and blue shin pads making her debut. On Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino, Paloian coming forward at the end of round 2, and there's the bell. The good action from both fighters. Paloian, for the most part, dictating the action thus far, but Austin had some good moments there in round 2.
Yeah, you can tell Paloian trains with Chris Kwiatkowski. Very Kwiatkowski-esque style. Walk somebody down, hit them hard.
Speaking of hard hitting, one of your prize pupils, Primo Elvis Gashi, getting set for action next month at the theater at Madison Square Garden. He'll be part of the card on Glory 43.
Yep. Kid's got lightning in his hands, man. If he touches you, he can put you out.
Look forward to seeing him. We've seen him do just that to several opponents on Friday Night Fights. He will take his talents to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden, on July the 14th.
Can't wait. Super excited for the fight. And Elvis is the kind of guy that gets very up for big fights. Very excited for it.
Andrea Austin can't wait to get started in round number 3. Joel Becker has to shoo her back for a moment, but there is the bell. Round 3 of a scheduled 3 between Andrea Austin and Andrea Paloian. Paloian in the black and red, Austin in the gold trunks, representing Choksabai. Paloian out of Church Street Boxing. And she's been using her boxing quite well in this fight so far. Some excellent work with the hands.
There's that nice cross hook out of Paloian.
Strong combinations from Paloian, backing Austin up. Paloian gaining confidence as this fight wears on. Kind of reticent during the weigh-in and maybe even in the initial stages of the fight, but her energy level has been way up.
Yeah, she's turned it up from round 2 on. You know, I think it took a round for Paloian to realize that the activity of Austin wasn't having that much of an effect. She could walk through and just keep hammering.
Straight right from Paloian a moment ago. There's a left hook and a right hand over the top. Another combination from Paloian, letting her hands do the talking tonight. Nice left hand, backs Austin away. Another combination as Austin tries to scoot away. Time winding down. Third and final round between Austin and Paloian. Paloian looking for her second straight amateur wins to begin her career. Austin in her debut. She eats a left hand right there from Paloian. As time winds down, Paloian and Austin go the distance. Couple of punches after the bell.
Heat of the moment, heat of the moment.
The tremendous sportsmanship between these two women. Great finish. Andrea Paloian has her hands raised to the sky in victory. She thinks she did enough to score this win here tonight. Once again, you're watching Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. Glad you could be with us. Aria Lagami ringside with Primo Bellarosa at the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. We just saw a 3-round battle at a fever pitch between Andrea Paloian and Andrea Austin. Paloian representing Church Street Boxing, Austin out of Chaksabai. Fun fight, a lot of activity between both fighters. It just looked like Paloian was the more heavy-handed fighter there in that fight, Primo.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ariel. Paloian just, she kept that forward movement, kept throwing bombs. Nothing too complicated. Cross hook, hook, cross. But she was able to walk Austin down and make most things land.
Let's go up to Connor Hall with the official particulars. Paloian improves to 2-0 as an amateur. She still has the shin pads on, Primo, but she didn't really need them much in this fight.
No, didn't need it at all. I mean, she checked a couple of kicks, but didn't need them for that.
Andrea Paloian moves to 2-0 as an amateur. Andrea Austin falls by unanimous decision in her first amateur fight, but she gets a big cheer from the New York crowd. This is Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun.